Welcome back to Nerd with J&J. James Sharmack here. So today we are doing another Marvel Legends Top 10 list. Today we are doing the Top 10 Marvel Legends all around from 2020. For me, it's going to be figures I got in the last year. They'll probably be figures that were on other people's lists from 2019. They actually got the figures early or whatever because they're popular reviewers. But it's more if they're available to me in 2020 and not beforehand, and so be it. I'm going to take a look at figures that fill the hole in my collection, figures I've wanted, and figures that are first in the collection. If they're, say, a reprint or whatever, or a remake, but I don't have the figure, the chance it could be on the list. So let's get on it. Let's take a look at the figures and let's start with the countdown. So for my number 10 figure, I'm going with the Wild Child from the Sugar Man wave. This figure, I thought, perfectly represented the character. Just everything about it has ferocity and velocity. Doesn't help that you have a very angry, very hostile face head sculpt, which I thought was fantastic. And, perfect sculpt for the figure, very limber, and every pose I put him in, just it looks like he's always moving, so had to put him at number 10 and he had to be on the list. So for number 9, I'm going with my only Build-A-Figure on the list. I'm going with the Crimson Dynamo from the Black Widow movie wave, the Crimson Dynamo wave. I thought this figure represented what Russia would do. They'd go bigger, make it more intimidating, whatever, not so sleek like, say, an Iron Man armor, just big, intimidating, and bruising. And I love the design of the figure. Obviously I think it's more utilitarian than anything. Not worried about image. Just make a big suit of armor, make it fearsome, and that's why he's number 9. For my number 8 figure, we're going to go with the Age of Apocalypse Deluxe figure, Apocalypse. If you're going to go with a despot, ruler of the world, you got to make him fearsome. Got to make him intimidating, and this figure just does it in spades. I love that, it's reminiscent of the early Joe Madureira designs. I can't say the last name, but anyways, I prefer this in many ways in the regular Apocalypse, just because his design looks fantastic and it's more intimidating and fearsome and whatever, and that's why he had to be on this list. Next figure in the countdown is the Armored Daredevil from the Spider-Man Retro Wave from the quote-unquote cartoon series. Fantastic design. I love that it's a original figure, not just slapping on paint, so obviously the armor is all recessed and sticking out and whatnot. I'm wanted to see this figure for a while. I didn't know that if they would ever do it because the armor was a very quick thing in the 90s, but here we are, and we have a fantastic figure that represents it pretty well. Coming in at number 6 is the Doctor Doom from the Super Skrull wave, a figure and a wave that I wasn't able to get until the first few months of 2020. Yes, I've seen him on the reviews of other sites from last year, but like I said, if it comes to me in 2020, the first I'm able to get it is 2020, then so be it. Fantastic figure. I dig, obviously, it's an excellent representation of classic Doctor Doom. Just, one of the figures that, I had to get. He's got to be in the collection. And, he is that intimidating, that, fearsome, and, of course, a part of this top 10 list. So, there you go. Number 5 on my list is a Silver Centurion Iron Man exclusive from Walgreens. I love it when they can take a figure from nostalgia and, give it a nice spit shine, make it look pretty cool. This figure's been, this figure design's been around since, even the Mattel Secret Wars from back in the day. But, since I'm an Iron Man collector, this was a figure I had to have, and he's a fantastic figure. And, he checks all the boxes, so I had to put him on the list. Next on the list, I have the J. Jonah Jameson figure from the Spider-Man Retro Wave. Just design, just everything they put into it, actually staying true to the character. They could have just put him in a one-off, made him more like a background figure, but no, they gave him the angry look on his face. Looked like he's shouting. They gave him a pointed finger. They have a ruffled tie, make it look like he's all flustered. They give him where he can just shake the newspaper. This is a figure I had to have in my collection because I'm not only a Jameson fan and a Spider-Man fan, but just I love a figure that has a reaction, and Jameson gives it to me in spades. Number 3 is the X-Men movie anniversary Deadpool figure, a figure I never thought I would see, a figure I had on my most wanted list for a long time, and it delivered. I know some people are yapping about the guns can't come out of the holsters around his legs, but he has guns in his hand, so what can you do? He doesn't need every gun to come out. But he probably would have ranked higher if he had a Ryan Reynolds head. But there's really not much to complain about with this figure. It just comes with a lot of accessories. Can put him in a lot of crazy poses. And he's spot on to the movie. So, gotta go with number 3. So for number 2, I have a figure that's so popular. He went through 3 different pre-orders. At least I tried to pre-order him 3 times each. The first 2 sold out pretty much quickly, but got in on the 3rd one, and it's the X-Men Anniversary Hugh Jackman Amazon exclusive beater outfit, I guess you could call him. Just fantastic looking in the tank top, spot on to Hugh Jackman, and thankfully, as I said in a review, it puts the other one that I have, this Shane from Toy Biz, that goes in the bin. It's fantastic. I wish, if you could probably, put some wounds on him, but whatever. I love the spot on Hugh Jackman head. Obviously, spot on figure design. And that is why he is number 2. Number 1 might cause some controversy, but we'll put it there anyway, so let's get on to number 1. And for me, number 1 is the Sunfire from the Sugar Man wave. Yes, the figure was released originally way back in the 2000s. He has a few new and old parts, but it's a figure that's new to my collection, a figure that I wanted to put in my collection for a while, but costs for the original figure, a little bit much. And this figure has just done everything I've asked him to do for posing. Look awesome. Just a fantastic design. Obviously, he's got a bunch of new parts that just make the figure stand out that much more. And, it's a figure that I've kept going back to, just looked at over again, put in different poses that just, he doesn't let me down at all. So, sorry guys, this guy's my number 1. Yell at me in the comments, whatever, but it is what it is. So those are my choices for my top 10 figures of the year from Marvel Legends. Again, this is just my criteria, what I asked of the figures, what I thought were the top 10s. You guys don't have to agree, and I don't want you to agree. Let me know in the comments below what figures you probably didn't see on the list, I didn't review, whatever that you think should have cracked the top 10. And, that's the great thing about America. We can agree to disagree. We got opinions. Anyways, these are figures that I thought were fantastic. You guys obviously, can't have the same list. So let me know what you thought. Let me know what your favorite figure of the year is. Anyways, my name is James Sharmack. This has been the Nerd Room with J&J. And as always, thank you guys for watching. And keep on collecting and happy hunting.